German exchange student at a US college party after a few beers with the others. My Tesla robot after I gave him a banana as a weapon to rob a store, and I tell it to self-destruct if he gets caught. Vacationing in Japan. Living in Japan. The 4 horsemen of ending friendships. January. Bad decisions. Almost December. Extroverts shitting in a urinal. Introverts peeing in a stall. Indians realizing they're again in India after traveling 11,000 kilometers. 28-year-old me. 6-year-old getting the last Happy Meal toy at McDonald's. There's spam bots promoting scams. Please fix this. YouTube. When your custom character appears in a cutscene. When everyone calls you a danger for public roads but you're just a chill guy who likes to have a drink while driving. The economy. People who get taken advantage of for not knowing math. Relatives. When will little feet be stomping around in our house too? Me. Bringing home a goose. You're so drunk you can barely even walk. I know, officer. That's why I chose to drive instead. Me. Checking on what has changed after I traveled back in time to push my childhood bully in that gorilla enclosure. Me and the boys on the crazy plan we made on a Friday night after work. Losing a few packets. Drug dealers. IT engineers. Taking the cake out of the oven and realizing I forgot to add baking powder. You dense motherfucker. Minimalist trend. Brand logos with soul and character. My mom after I don't want to eat the food that I've openly disliked since I was 4. Thomas has never seen such bullshit before. People who collect weird anime figures after realizing they can never buy a father figure. Hey, accept the terms and services, we're harmless. Okay, I accept. App. My brain after my crush looks at my direction by mistake, and I start imagining our epic love story. So it begins, telling her I like her, me, making fun of everything she does, and hoping this will make her like me. I'll be a millionaire by my 28. Me at 29, trying to decide between food and rent, when the only person you tolerate at work resigns. I speak 7 languages, know how to program AI modules. I can fix the printer. Me when I'm not invited to the thing that I didn't want to go to. Other dogs during a burglary. My dog during a burglary. I know how to shuffle music. I don't think you do. Free will exists. Free will doesn't exist. Free will doesn't exist. People who were around for the dot-com bubble explosion watching all the AI startups. Hey, I've seen this one. Europeans waiting for the collapse of the US so that they can start recolonization. Hold. The courtroom sketch artist drawing stink lines around you when you're on jury duty. To whom does our taxes go to? Pigs with no specific duties. 7-year-old me watching my older brother play Call of Duty and saying words I've never heard before. When Europeans travel in America and go to pay the restaurant bill without tip. We don't do that here. My face when I see Ash pull out his Pokédex to identify a Pokemon he's already battled countless times in the previous region. Deterioration. Cable. Streaming. Cable. Streaming. Streaming. Movie superheroes. No problem, kid. Woof. Thanks for saving my dog, sir. Real superheroes. Yeah, sure. You have the right to remain silent. But that woman needs my help. My face when a LGBT character has a strong personality of her own and is not a stereotypical character rep made for good publicity. How medical receptionists stare at you when you've been the only person waiting there for 5 minutes. When they go from choosing the bear to Hawktua, spit on that thing. I love democracy. Zack Snyder. To understand the film, you need to see the director's cut. Why didn't you publish it in the first place? The rich friend when somebody calls him rich. You hear Funky Town while you are outside? You remember that you live in Mexico? Actually try and make good movies again. Make poorly written and unoriginal movies for the sole purpose of money. Disney. Bro, my humor is peak, bro. Bro's humor. My daughter is a sweet little angel. Ramstein echoing from her bedroom. Can you stop adding useless features for 5 minutes? Car seat belts. Move too fast and your shoulder is locked in place. Airplane seat belts. Let me loosely hold you where your body folds best. The world if restaurants gave staff a sales commission instead of tips. Your next task is to live off McDonald's without going into debt. My European friend diligently keeping track of his cart to make sure he has enough money to pay for everything. Sales tax. SpaceX these last few weeks launched several huge new spaceships and Falcons too. Boeing's these last few weeks. Wah, my airplanes keep crashing, my whistleblowers keep dying, and my astronauts are stuck in space. People who cook at home giving advice to people claiming McDonald's prices are too high. The waiter who is expecting a 30% tip. Traveling in the US and having just enough euros to cover the meal. kids watching the school janitor hammering the 10 Commandments onto their classroom wall. A rich history of quality debates between presidential candidates. Whatever that just was. A Kia Soul riding the passing lane. You can't defeat me. Me trying to get home? I know, but he can. The Tesla that's been riding my ass for 30 miles. Florida police when an unmarried woman skydives on a Sunday. Asian women needing a green card. 50-year-old divorced white guys. The genie looking at me after I wished for all suicidal people to be immortal. Babe, don't worry, yours is the perfect size. The big ones hurt. Me when I have perfectly complied with the police. But hear an acorn fall from a tree. Plastic surgeons, after convincing a normal-looking person that they're hideous, and then transforming them into Michael Jackson from Thriller. When my French friend is about to ask the waiter for shredded cheese, and I know he doesn't know the word for shredded. How I look at bro after he screams, "Someone here is a chicken to the cartel who just decided to spare our lives." Companies, we aren't overpricing things, it's simply inflation. Coffee, small $99.99 90 cal. Your favorite game is getting a remake. The story will be adapted for modern audiences. Recognizing single fathers on Mother's Day. Recognizing single mothers on Father's Day. Saudi Arabia's health minister has praised the successful execution of health management efforts during Hajj, despite the deaths of over 1,300 people. We did it, Patrick. We saved Hajj. Thinking about addiction as a kid, I'd never succumb to such frivolous activities. Addiction as adult. If I don't find my vape, I'm literally driving this car into oncoming traffic. Me. Misgenders water. Duolingo. You're not just wrong, you're stupid. Weight training until failure. Running until failure. When you find the kid that reminded the teacher about the homework from last night. My patriotism, usually. My patriotism as soon as somebody from another country talks shit about my country. Apple. We're introducing a new way to customize your home screen on iOS, where you can arrange your apps anywhere on your display. Meanwhile, Android. Pathetic. The guy muting the mics after 20 minutes of the debate.